everyone, welcome back to my Happy Home Paradise DLC videos, and this is part 4. Last episode we went ahead and decorated 2 more of the animal houses, which I think was pretty interesting. In this episode we are gonna go ahead and move on forward. Even though I said that I wouldn't play this game offline too much, I accidentally did that. It's definitely been a couple of days before the last episode and this one, so I have did around 2 to 3 villager houses, and definitely the game is progressing a lot, so I'm gonna backtrack and show what updates I did do. Alright, here is the first house that I did decorate. Initially I took this photo, but after that I realized that I didn't update the house, so here we have the most updated photo. This is actually Biscuit's house. The minute I saw him on the island, I really wanted to give him a house, and that's what I did. The theme was a personal park to picnic, which I thought was pretty cool. The next thing I know, I get a call from one of the villagers that I did create a vacation house for, which actually called for a party. Lottie was so happy that she actually gave us a pizza party, which was so nice. I'm really happy that I was able to take some of these photos, especially this one. The other house that I did work on was this one, and it was for Renee. I think that's the villager right there. She wanted a party house. As you can see the theme, it's fancy party house. Even though the house is very small and is really not fully decorated, I think it looked super cool. The next thing that happened was that I got promoted into a breakout designer, which also means that I can actually buy these items without paying initially with Pokis and just pay that out later. Even though that's the case, I think it is super nice. The next animal that I did create a house for was, I think his name is Bill. Yep, it's Bill the duck. And he wanted a old summertime shelter. So this is what I came up with. The other thing was that I got a gift from Wardell for actually making 10 clients happy, which I thought was super cool. Whoops, wrong photo. Let me go back. I'm actually showing this all from my photo gallery, so I do have other photos mixed in with this one. Now there is one thing regarding Bill's house. I know it's not at all on the theme he wanted it to be, so I'll actually go back to his house at some point and redecorate it. But for now, I think it's time for me to go ahead and start out this episode. As usual, we are here on Happy Home Paradise Island, and Lottie is a bit busy cleaning up, which is pretty surprising. Let's talk to her and see what's up. Alright, I guess we could say we are ready for work. I actually remembered on something that Lottie was talking about, which I completely forgot about taking a photo of. She was talking about having other facilities on this island like a restaurant and a cafe. She did tell that she needs some permission and it would take some time, but apparently it is now ready. I guess we could actually select the one that we would like to kind of go ahead and work on. In this case, I actually chose the restaurant. I guess we'll be doing that today. This is definitely a huge progress, and I'll actually try to play this game less offline just to make sure that I do not miss out anything else. Anyway, here we are right in front of the restaurant. The coloring is definitely giving me Dunkin' Donuts vibes, but I'm gonna choose a different color. Maybe not too vibrant, but I will try to avoid the colors that I have used on the school. There we go. A red color would definitely suit very well with brown checkered stripes. There we go. I think this is a pretty good look for a restaurant. I mean, we can definitely go back and remodel it or change its color and name anytime we like. So I think I'll go with this one for now. We also have 2 different rooms to go ahead and decorate. This is the main room where most of the animals will be hanging out, and I think we have a back kitchen as well. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and decorate the back kitchen first, And then we can come here to the main room to decorate it as well. You don't really have to decorate the kitchen as it looks right now. You do have the option to increase the size of the kitchen as well as the lighting, wallpaper and other items. Now that I was decorating a restaurant, I actually got more of these kitchen items available in the catalog. So I did go ahead and decorate this as such. I think this looks super cool, especially the wallpaper, which I definitely really liked. I also increased the size of the room a bit more. Initially, I did want to have a large kitchen, but I unfortunately forgot about the refrigerator options that we do have in the catalog. That's why I ended up with such a small kitchen. Even though we don't have any freezers or refrigerator over here, I think it still looks pretty cool. Anyway, in the future I can definitely come back and add the refrigerator as well as the freezer. We do have enough space in this room to do that. Now that I have completed the kitchen, I think it's time for me to go ahead and decorate the main room, which I'll do right now. Alright, so I did go back on my words. I went ahead and updated the kitchen to have the other items. As you can see, we have more items as well as a freezer in the kitchen. Now that I have decorated the kitchen as well as the front of the cafe, which by the way I will show in a moment, we do have to select the staff for the restaurant. This is definitely a tougher choice since I do have a lot more animals on my island right now. And when I do talk about my island, I'm talking about the Happy Home Paradise Island. As far as the animals go, I think I'm pretty happy with the one that we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and select these four for now, even though it is the second job for Julia since she is a faculty member in the school. Now that we have finished it, we also have to give it a name. Alright, this is definitely the toughest part of decorating. I never am good at coming up with names, so I'm just gonna go with something that just came to my mind. We are gonna go ahead and name it definitely Noah, because it's the name of my island and I have to have it in all the names. But for the second one, I think I'll go ahead and name it Noah Cove. I know it doesn't sound like a restaurant name, but that's what is gonna go for now. You know what, let me know in the comment section if you have a better name for this restaurant. I'm happy to go ahead and change it if I do find a really good one. I think it's time for a preview, and here we have it. This is the front of the restaurant, and as you can see, we do have a couple of animals here as well, other than the ones I did actually have for faculty. I really like that elephant villager right there. I might have to invite him for a vacation house later on. There we go, this is the front of the restaurant. I also have the kitchen, which is coming up right here. I actually really like biscuits. I think Bones and Biscuits are two of my favorite dog villagers. So I'm really happy to have him right here on the Paradise Island. Anyway, this is a much simpler kitchen design. I haven't really done too much changes. Just added a couple of freezer and other items. Just to make sure that we have everything that is needed for a kitchen. And that is all on this restaurant. Definitely a great start for this video considering that I had to sit here for an hour to decorate this. But of course it was really fun to do so. I think I do have some updates I definitely want to add now that I am seeing it for a second time. I guess that is something you would be doing a lot in this island. Sometimes when you're decorating, you just do not have the right item for that house. So you might have to wait for a bit more until you get that item in your catalog and then go for it. Anyway, that is all. All we have to do is go ahead and take a photo as usual in front of the facility. This time I'm definitely gonna try and get a better photo. Here we are and it looks amazing. I really like the background sky on this one. Wish I had that on my island. Anyway, let's go ahead and say a few words. I guess I'm so happy is definitely what I'm feeling right now. So I'm gonna go with that. I once again forgot about how to take a good photo, and here is me just feeling in the spine. I mean, none of them were really smiling either. This is definitely the worst one I've taken till now. At that time, I was pretty tired. I mean, this was late at night. So I did go with the spine. I'll definitely go back and take a better photo for the restaurant. Now that we have completed one of the facilities, we are definitely going to get a large amount of Poki, which is pretty helpful. I wonder if we do get 25,000 or more than that, since we did decorate 2 different rooms. Either way, it was definitely a huge progress in the storyline. Alright, let's go ahead and see how much we do get. And right, we get 25,000. Alright, that was way less, but I'll take it. I mean, I'm barely spending any of these Pokis on the items here. The furnitures are good, but most of them I do actually own, so I really don't have to buy them again. Now that this is done, I'm really not sure what to do next. I mean, I have been playing this game for way longer than I actually expected to. So I'm really not sure if I want to take up another house. Let me just step outside and see what villages or animals we have here. Oh, we have Daisy. Alright, I definitely want to have Daisy on the island. I might do that offline. But for now, let me go ahead and go to a couple of the houses that I did work on. I think I've never shown the inside or the outside of a couple of houses, which I think we can actually go ahead and do right now. The first house I'm going to is Bill's house, which is actually summer theme. I actually wanted to go with a ocean-side house, but since people usually think of oceans when they think of summer, I wanted to do something change and go for a summer camp theme. So that's what I'm doing right here. The exterior of the house has a lot of items that you might see in summer camp, but I couldn't actually fit them inside the house, so I just went with the other items that I had for the interior. I think I'll go back on the interior on a later stage. The next house I'm going to is Renee's house, which is one of my favorite. It does have the cherry blossom trees and it looks so much prettier. Since the theme was fancy party, she did have a lot of these party themed items, such as the party table as well as the smaller stalls. So this is what I went with. I know she doesn't have any furnitures in her house, but I'm gonna wait for a bit more to add more furnitures on that one. For now, this is her house and I'm gonna keep the exterior as it is since I really do like it. The last house is Biscuit's house, which is one of my favorite. I actually worked more on his house than the other two. His house was a personal park house theme and I tried to kind of replicate it as much as possible with this limited space. But I think it still did look pretty good. The interior of his house is definitely the most decorated one, since I did use a lot of partitions and gave him 4 different rooms. He does have a front room, a kitchen, a office room, as well as a bedroom at the end here. Partitioning is definitely one of the really cool feature in this DLC, and it gives you so many different interesting ideas in having rooms. Even though this one took a long time to kind of decorate since we did have 4 different rooms, it definitely was one of the best houses I do have for now. Anyway, that's all I had for today's episode. Technically, we didn't really do too much in this episode, but I had to kind of show out all the other houses I did offline. I'm also going to stop myself from playing too much offline since I do want you all to see what we have in this DLC. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to help me in a personal way, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.